just trying to see right now. Testing, testing. Hopefully the audio is okay. If there's any audio issues or you're having trouble hearing, just like let me know. But yeah, for anyone who happens to be tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let me just check for a bit. Make sure everything is fine with the settings. Yeah, everything should be okay. Alright, I think that's good now. Alright, cool. Well, for anyone who happens to be tuning in, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry I haven't been able to stream in several days. I had some family matters I had to take care of, but thankfully that's all dealt with now. So I should be able to go back to my normal streaming pretty much every day for the most part. So yeah, there's actually a lot that I wanted to talk about, or at least try to, because there's some different stuff. Because there's the new Attack on Titan episodes. There's also Arifureta, what's on Harem. Whereas I thought were some really, really good episodes, and actually kind of want to bring up. There's some new stuff, and also, of course, as usual, pertaining to Twitter. Just see what's getting covered, and then we'll see and go from there. But yeah, we'll start off with, let's see if I can open the main page. But as you can see here, which I just had to use this for the thumbnail, because it's just such a good picture of Eren in the most recent episode. And we kind of see it at the bit at the end, but he also kind of expands on what exactly he's doing. As we see the fallout of everything in his actions now. Basically with almost like the end of the world. Dang it. Oh my gosh, my phone. And I hate when I leave my alarm and I at least I feel like I could turn it off, and then I guess it goes to snooze. And so for some reason it just out of nowhere just comes up again. Especially when I feel like I turn it off. I swear I've gone back and turned off the alarm. And then for some reason maybe 10 minutes later, apparently it's been to snooze and not turned off. So yeah, sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. With Attack on Titan. Let me know what your thoughts are on the most recent episode. I thought it was amazing. I mean, of course, the animation. I think everyone was really looking forward to this, with the whole rumbling finally happening. There was a bit of I guess you could say a bit of time travel, with Eren kind of using when they're trying to look into the past. He's able to manipulate it, and ultimately that's what ends up him being able to, at least eventually, towards Ymir, I believe her name is. To actually convince her to help him achieve the power of the founding titan, but basically telling her, oh, you've been doing what other people told you this entire time. You just wanted someone to tell you you have your own power. You can decide for yourself. And I think that's a really great scene, where she ends up just kind of turning into tears, and then of course we have the I don't know what you even call that. What is that, a parasite thing? Whatever it is that causes the titan thing, the first titan with Ymir. When she falls into the water after being chased by, I believe it was dogs and hunters, I think. And basically attaches her and turns into a giant titan. And then of course 2,000 years later, basically, we go back to the modern time. But yeah, basically from what we saw is, I guess what you would call her will, her desire to use her own power, for herself, rather than just serving the king, as we kind of saw in the flashbacks. It ultimately leads to Eren actually coming back to life pretty much. And being able to use the power of the fountain titan. And so basically the rumbling happens, all the wall titans break loose. The hardening, I believe, is mentioned to have broken as well, because we actually see what's her name? I think her name is Annie at the very end. So I think that was a really nice tease of that. I hope we get to see more of her as well. But yeah, I thought those were really great episodes. So I'm really curious to see what happens, because we actually see in the preview how basically everyone realizes it's kind of like the end of the world now. They have to work together if they don't want just the rest of the human world to be destroyed, other than this one plot of island. But yeah, so I thought that was really well done. It looks like they're going to be working together, and this episode itself was really great. Let me actually go to the comments like I did before. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because we actually see because everyone basically does their part. We even see one moment where Armin ends up defeating Pixis, because I mean it's such how do you, what's the word to put this? It's very well I guess coordinated or portrayed. How Pixis, it goes to flashbacks. How Pixis was the one who basically gave them a second chance. If it wasn't for him, they might as well have been shot right then and there. After Eren initially transformed way back in season 1, and so now we're kind of back full circle. But this time they're basically releasing them so they can rest in peace. And sorry, it literally just started raining. I'm not even joking. It literally just started raining. What the hell? Son of a... Oh my gosh. And my desktop is right next to the water. I'm not next to the water, next to the window. So sorry if you hear raining noises. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I thought that was very well done. So let's see what some of the comments here said. Again, I usually watch on Anime Take. They're great. The community here is awesome. I post them regularly. It's a lot of fun. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. Let's see, background music when they were killing the Titans. Yes, very good. Oh yes, and this actually also happens where we see Pixis there. When they're confronting everyone because they're all like basically cornered and they have to save everyone in the giant castle. The music there, I don't remember the name of it, but it's so good. It's one of my favorite tracks in the entire Attack on Titan anime. Yeah, sorry. Let me drink some water. As per usual, make sure to stay hydrated. I got my water here, and also like the rain, and the rain is just outside just to keep me hydrated. Let's see, just bring me back to season 1 and season 3. So yeah, kind of what I was saying, like with the music being like kind of reminiscent to that, and also as we got to see, we got a bunch of different characters, just kind of getting a bit of their own moments throughout it. So I think that was like really good. I thought that was great. Face Gabby at it again. It must suck though, like because I was watching like a YouTube video where they kind of showed like they edited so it looked like what would happen in real time, because all of that in the whole in that space area where like Eren is talking to everyone using the power of the Founding Titan, it all happens in like the matter of 1 second before it eventually comes back to the real world. Like imagine being Gabby at that point. Like I saw this in like comments as well. Like imagine being Gabby. You snipe Eren. You detach his head, of course. And presumably you think like, oh, that's the end, it's over, we won. No chance of like the rumbling happening and like thousands of Titans like crumbling the earth. But no, it all happens in 1 second where his head, because I'm part of the parasite, or whatever you want to call it, it extends all the way from his body to his head when it eventually reaches Zeke. And then boom, it immediately starts to rumble. Like and in real time it would happen in 1 second. So imagine being Gabby at that point and you think, oh, you stopped it, and then immediately after, oh my god, it's the end of the world, and I partially contributed to it. At least maybe that could be like the pressure or the guilt that she might feel. Maybe we'll see that a bit. But I think that was very well executed. This anime does a really good job with those kind of moments. And actually here we see, as I mentioned, with like Annie, really glad we actually get to see her. Super hyped to see more of Annie. She was great early on. Commander, oh yeah, rest in peace, Commander Pixis. He was great. He was great in season 1. It kind of sucks that a lot of characters that, at least from the early on, have died. But I mean, I get at this point that's kind of Attack on Titan. That really is Attack on Titan at this point. Annie slept through season 2, the final season, so I know how she's gonna react to all this. Dang, like imagine being like in a coma. Like that's such a good meme for me. Like imagine being in a coma and then you just wake up, like after like you were fighting with your with the Reiner and Beltolt, like initially early on, but now like it's the end of the world and you have to like stop Eren. Like that's such a shift. That's such a shift from things to start. And I think that's another thing that the creator of the anime, or at least the manga, did really well, is eventually, like initially, of course, it is about the Titans, and it still is, but eventually it becomes so like it's, as I mentioned before, kind of reminiscent of World War II, with them how like with the persecution of the Jews at that time, with like Nazi Germany and stuff, and I think they did a really great job how basically like the entire world was out to get them. Like Eren and the others, like, and they're just painting them as the enemy. Like they're just painting at the enemy, and it becomes to a point where at least right here, Eren ultimately becomes, and it's said, I think it's by I don't remember who says it, but a character in the episode said like the world is getting the enemy that they wanted, and they did it themselves because like Eren initially just wanted to like live on his own and just protect his family, but ultimately they contributed to the events that leads up to now, where like he's doing all of this because he wants to protect his family on the island. And I think that's also great because it does go to a flashback with him kind of reminding everyone that they're the most important things. That even in this cruel, psychotic approach, at the end of the day, he is doing it for better or for worse. In his belief, he's doing it to protect his friends and family because that's all he has. Even if it means the destruction of the entire world, if they're still alive, for him, that's good enough. And obviously that's the kind of like the whole conflict there, like the fact that he's going to ultimately, as he's done before, back in Marley, like ended up killing several innocent people as well. So yeah, I'm guessing they're going to explore that more when they eventually confront Eren once they catch up with him. So yeah, this was a very great episode. Here, Commander Pixis and Nile. Oh yeah, that was actually a really good point. I think we saw that with Mikasa. If I recall correctly, I don't remember for sure. Yeah, there you go. Here. The Titan Gabby killed was Nile. Yeah. I was gonna say. And Kaio remembers Sasha, the colossal Titan. Actually, I'm surprised Armin hasn't used his ability yet. I mean, I would hope we would see it at some point. I hope we would see it at some point. Maybe it's just saving it because it's such a big move. You can't always use it. So yeah, we'll see that. But yeah, I'm super hyped that we actually get to see Annie. I think that's so great that's something I really love about anime or even manga. Like they'll build up characters, they'll have various story arcs, and then eventually, at some point, you can have a situation where they'll actually come back all at once. We saw that in Black Clover. We saw that in Fairy Tail with the Alvarez and Alcatraz. Alcatraz? Alvarez arc, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about anime. Like you can build these great characters, both antagonists and protagonists, and then you can have them come back and they're in different. Oh my gosh! See, this is what I mean. Okay. I'm actually gonna give me like 10 seconds. I'm gonna go to my alarm in my phone app. I'm gonna turn this off. This is actually starting to irk me. Okay, there. I turn it off. Oh my goodness. They should at least give you the option when the alarm goes off to like turn it off. Like I don't know why they don't do that. Anyway, whatever. What was I saying? This plus pizza, pizza, Demon Slayer. Oh yeah, Demon Slayer was really good. Like I said, I'm still catching up on Demon Slayer. It's really, really good. I've seen the animation and stuff, and over on Twitter, pretty good. Livy, where you at, bro? I know you didn't die. I mean, he's alive, but I mean, dude, he got like just wrecked in the face. I don't blame him. He tried to take down Zeke, and even then, he's like the only guy who can like really take him on. So yeah, I'm guessing we will see Levi at some point. Again, he's just trying to recover, which again I don't blame him. That is in part of the writing, because otherwise Levi would probably have been able to stop Eren. So that's part of the point. I guess you can say that's a bit of a, what would you call it, Deus Ex Machina? What do you call it? Like the whole point of, at least part of the reason why Levi was out of commission at this point in time was so Eren could eventually reach it. Because I mean, we all know Levi could probably have stopped it, because he's just that good. He's just that good a character, and I love Levi. He's a great character. So I think that's kind of the point. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see that. I'm sure we'll see Levi at some point. I haven't read the manga. I do, but I believe there's like more coming. Like not like in terms of chapters for this, but basically like a jump, time jump or something. Like that. If I remember, I don't know for sure. But yeah, this season's OP has to be the worst Attack on Titan OP season. Why are you watching this? Why are you watching this? I mean, for one, I mean, again, if it's your own opinion, that's fine. But then why are you watching this? Just like skip it. Why feel the need to comment about it? Like and also it's a good song. I love the song. It's great. I love that they went the kind of what we say like death metal approach. I think that turned out really well. I really like the song. Some more Annie and Mika's and stuff. So yeah, this was overall a really great episode. I love this episode. I thought it was really great. That was very well done. One of the best in my opinion. All right, so let me continue on. But there was also, let me see if I can open it. There was a Arifureta recently. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I've been watching Shenmue because of course like because Nami has her what do you call it? Her Shenmue playthrough, and I've never played the game. But it's been pretty fun to tune in. And the thing about like the animation, it's such an homage or a tribute, I guess you could say, to the games. And then of course it's from Crunchyroll and Adult Swim. I don't want to play it too much because I mean, I think we all know like copyright isn't exactly the easiest thing to deal with when it comes to YouTube. But yeah, I've really been enjoying it so far. Like if you like the game, like for like the different characters, and also just being like kind of silly, which it's kind of like setting up to be, that's fine. I still enjoy it. I've enjoyed the first 2 episodes. Like even in the opening, like they dedicate a full 10 seconds to like the forklifts, which is just such a meme in the game. Because you have your own forklift racing there. You have to be like super precise and stuff, and there's a lot of tedious tasks from what I saw from when she was like playing it like on stream. Then we also have this like with the bad guy. The voice acting is actually really good. But I've been really enjoying it. These first 2 episodes have been pretty solid. It kind of reminds me of with the art style, it's like the Pirate Princess that aired recently. I think it was like last year, and that was actually really good. I know some people didn't really like the ending. Personally, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Let me get some water. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. I thought the what do you call it? I thought the Pirate Princess, although private, I will mention that's actually a good way to transition into Private Eye with the case closed in Conan. I'll bring that up in a minute because I've been just binging the movies and I've been enjoying them a lot more than I expected. But I'll bring that up in a bit. I do want to finish this first. Shenmue is, from what I've seen in the game, it's been pretty like fun for the most part, even with its silly moments. It is nice to see like all these different characters like in person, like as drawn in the anime, as it's seen in the game. Kind of like how we saw with like Persona 5, the animation. I saw the anime and I thought it was actually pretty solid for the most part. The soundtrack especially was kind of nice. Oh yeah, there's Charlie. I made a bit of a name when it comes to the game. But yeah, I've actually really been enjoying it. I'm definitely gonna keep up with this. It's really good in my opinion. Definitely feel free to let me know your thoughts if you're watching. Let me know your thoughts, but also just like absolutely check it out. It's a lot of fun. If you like the game, or even if you never played the game, this will give you a good intro to it. It's a good intro to it. And then we have here, Watch Primaji. I've been keeping on with it. So good. I love. I mean, I've said before, I love Kirito Preacher, and it's one of my favorite anime ever. It's just so wholesome and so cute. I love it. That's one of the best things about anime. That can create such wholesome and cute stories. It does such a really good job with that. Watch Primaji, not as much as my favorite as Preacher, but again, still amazing. Definitely check it out. We have a new episode recently. And then, of course, with Delicious Party Precure, kind of continuing on now at two episodes. Definitely check out that as well, because Precure has always been pretty solid for the most part. I do want to catch up with Akebi's Sailor uniform. I've been seeing some clips of it on Twitter, and it looks really nice. Yashahime, I love Yashahime. I've never watched Inuyasha, but I went into this, and I remember, and I still love it. Still a great anime. Yes, here we go. World and Harem. I'm going to open this, and then Arifureta. Where is it? Oh my gosh, Don't lag me out. Okay, there we go. World and Harem, intertwining plots. So this was actually really good with first victim and intertwining plots. I love this because they made this harem anime, this, I guess, ecchi. They do show the, how do I call this? The gains. The gains. They show the gains in I guess what you would call the uncensored version. But the thing about it, they made this episode so wholesome. Like they introduced this this character where basically she's kind of an elder lady, and they're basically trying to like to help take care of her. Because of course, even now like they kind of reference how like with her not really being around her husband anymore, she actually wants to talk more about it, and we actually see that at the end where he agrees to get something for her. He's trying to give her a massage and stuff, wanting to talk with her more. It's really cute. It's really wholesome. And then at one point, it's ultimately revealed that she knows something about this. She gives him like a picture frame to kind of like learn more of the secrets. But it's so endearing and wholesome because she basically like confronts him on, hey, are you actually gonna like go through with this? Even with the whole world at stake, are you gonna stay with the one you love? Instead of like mating for the future of humanity, like even to an extent, isn't that a bit selfish? And he kind of like confronts that head on, saying like he's still gonna help. It's not like he isn't doing anything. He's still like helping with the research and stuff. But he really does want to be with the one he loves, and I think that was such a wholesome moment. Like this whole episode was amazing. Definitely, I'm sure like a lot of people, especially after that first episode where you kind of get the whole setup, people might be a little bit turned off by Worlds and Harem, but it's so good. It's amazing. And these last two episodes have been amazing. One thing I love about anime is that they can make such silly situations, such outrageous scenarios, and bring in such wholesome, endearing, cute moments that you would just come out of nowhere and you just don't expect it. And it's so great. They make it happen so well. One of my favorite anime that does it really good, in my opinion, is Fairy Tail, where you basically have like a ton of silly moments, a ton of fun moments, just being shenanigans with Naruto and everyone, and then it just like it'll hit you with the feels like boom, 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 boom out of nowhere, and it does it really well. If you never watched Fairy Tail, definitely check it out. I know some people don't really like it, especially the more later arcs. With the whole like, and even then, like some people will like complain about the power and friendship and stuff. And personally, they kind of acknowledge it in the anime. Like, they get their power at least in part from their bonds and stuff. Like that's actually acknowledged in the anime. So when you say, "Oh, it's because of the power of friendship," like yes, that's kind of the point. That's actually that's the point of their power, at least in part of it. But yeah, I think I love Fairy Tail. It does such a good job with that. Where I guess a ton of great emotional moments. And it does it really well in my opinion. Definitely check it out if you've never watched it before. So yeah, Worlds and Harem, absolutely. These last two episodes does it very well. And it's really nice to see like people actually like enjoying it as well, especially since it was a bit stalled initially, in part because of COVID, if I recall correctly. So yeah, let me see some of the comments here. Ooh, yes, Rookie Legend, he's great. Sheesh, how is this allowed on this site? The plot is getting deep. Damn, it's good. It's very good. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that's right. There was because there's different versions. I guess that would make sense. Here we go from Casey. Yo, and the ecchi actually has an interesting story. Oh yeah, actually, I won't spoil too much, but basically something happens to her and she ends up being in a coma. So the whole bit is them trying to find out why that happened, who did it, and we actually get introduced to an American. She can speak Japanese, but I believe she's a transfer from America, and she's pretty interesting. I guess kind of the bit is whether or not you can actually trust her, and not even just everyone, whether or not you can trust anyone at this point, or whether he can at least. But I thought they did that really well. So yeah, ultimately she does end up in a coma, and I really hope she ends up okay. I really hope we get to see her again. Now let me get some water. But yeah, I really hope we actually get to see her again because she's so good. She's so good. Her character is great. Her voice actress does a phenomenal job. In my opinion. I think she's just lovely. I really hope she turns it out in the end. Here we go. We'll see. I feel bad for number one because he's not doing the same thing every day is boring unless it's something you're into. Oh yeah, so this is kind of a reference to like basically like oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So basically the number one guy, he's like a huge perv. He wants to have like with everyone. He wants to get whoever he wants, and he ends up like wanting to go for like the protagonist's sister, who's I believe 16, if I recall correctly. Like, dude, that is sus as fuck. That is sus AF. Oh god. But I mean, eventually he does go through with it to the point where she rejects him like on the spot, and that was pretty funny. I think they were kind of it was gonna end up being a red herring where supposedly like he was gonna go all the way, maybe try to like mess with her, maybe attack her, something like that. But at the end, there's like a shower scene where like one of the girls comforts number one and basically says, "Oh, you like the girl?" And he says back, "Not necessarily." I think something like that because he has her and the other girls as well. So maybe that was kind of a red herring. And if so, I mean, I guess that's an interesting approach. Because I mean, you could easily suspect that guy like being like one of those guys who gets super jealous. And, oh, I'm gonna ruin this girl's whole career. With this being her sister, because he wants to have anyone basically. That's kind of like his bit. That's part of it at least. But eventually, like I said, he gets rejected like on the spot, which is pretty funny to watch. So maybe that was like kind of a build up just to like mislead people. And if so, that's fine. I thought that was, if anything, that's kind of refreshing because I mean, you don't always need to see like just some guy just going some completely psychotic. Like you see that a lot. Maybe we'll get that later on, but maybe not necessarily from him specifically, which would be fine by me. So yeah, here we go from I'm a Plant. Serial murder stems from lust. Can't remember where I heard that from, but it's probably gonna happen. Why didn't my voice crank there? Oh god. But yeah, so maybe we'll see that, but maybe not necessarily from him. Like you would think it would happen from him, but maybe it would happen from another character, you know. So I think that could be pretty interesting. We'll see. Let's see what else we got. There's a bit about the dress and the progress. He's getting some allies in the little world too. He should be getting more fighting capable allies. Also like how he didn't just tell them about the ring watching the picture. He didn't spill all his secrets. So that kind of what I was mentioning earlier, where he doesn't really know for sure what to trust, and I'm really interested to see where that goes. But I think that's a very good point. Like it's clearly going to lead up to somewhere, and he's going to need to decide who is he going to trust, who is he going to leave behind. Not even for the sake of his harem, like joking and such, but even just like for what to do moving forward. Because I think at one point it mentions how like they're researching, but some of them just do not have access. Some of them just do not have access to the research for like just for whatever reason. What? Oh god, I just opened Twitter. I wanted to see what's going on Twitter, but then I saw that. Oh my goodness. All right, anyway. Oh gosh. All right. This is probably some Nazi stuff. I'll talk about that in a bit. In the news segment. Hang on. Let me finish this. Arifureta. So yeah, there we go. We had a Arifureta recently, new episode. And this was actually really good. Really great Arifureta episode. I kind of get like more of like the rivalry and stuff, and one of the more major confrontations with the priestess. And basically trying to... Hang on if I can open this so there's not so much lag. Basically like trying to her trying to decide what does she want to do. Like, is she doing this more so for him? Or even a part of himself. I don't want to... Gosh, copyright. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, basically they fight this line, but there's also like this part where like she's not necessarily sure like on what she wants to do, because in part she's doing it because she wants to be with him. But he just flat out rejects her, saying like he wants to be with them, and nothing is really gonna change in that. But overall, I thought the episode was really nice. Again, I feel like one of those situations where it's gonna lead to somewhere, because we still haven't reached the main conflict, and we are 5 episodes in, about halfway through the second season so far, and I'm enjoying it. I really like it. But yeah. I have a test tomorrow. Instead of staying up all night studying and staying all night watching anime. Aw, good luck, Yuri. He's great. Like I said, this community is really like great. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Really like every time Hajime says how that Yui is number one for him and anyone else comes after her. But Carrie really needs a character as well as power development. Clear totally eliminating these same. But yeah, I think I'm guessing that's gonna be more towards her development. Because she's at this point she's really just doing just for Hajime. I guess I should. Oh my god, Jesus, man. Oh man, I really need to check these spoilers before I show them. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, this does show. This site does show like the uncensored version, so I guess I couldn't be too surprised. But my goodness. Uh, oh man. Let's see. Oh man, I thought I was gonna get a case of closed melting slime. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, you literally burned Carrie without hesitation. I mean, imagine that. Imagine like telling your crush like you want to be with them, you want to travel with them, and then they're just flat out saying like, no, I'm not interested in the slides. I'm interested in this other girl. Um, Unless you're here to help, like just get out of the way. You're not helping. I'm not gonna be with you. Something like that. I mean, we see that sometimes, but just to see it like so straightforward, you know. So I'm really curious, like if after this episode, maybe she's gonna be lesser onto him, or maybe he's gonna be going even further. Because I think that would be good for character development. Maybe she's like, oh no, like even if he says that I'm gonna prove myself, I'm not gonna give up. I want to be with Hajime, um, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm really curious to see what happens to her character with that. I think that would be really interesting to see. Let's see. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take a guess and say she's going to use the teacher as a trap for Hajime. Classmates and teacher a pawn, even though she's been dragging the crew down. So yeah, this is kind of like the and also saying like, oh yeah, kind of with him being with this whole like it's literally gun magic. So yeah, but this was another, like I said, another really good episode. Definitely check it out. It's one of my favorite anime in this season, so highly recommend it. Swastika, probably some Nazi stuff. You know how it is. Let's see, what is this? Trudeau. Oh yeah, this was like the whole like trucker thing. Because you actually, I mean, if you see like, if you see clips on Twitter, there's like tons of it where like they're literally just like people walking in tangent with like Nazi memorabilia or like symbols, stuff to wear. Like it's just flat out messed up. It is flat out messed up. The whole like thing going on there. Jimmy Kimmel discussed Trump's phone activities and Eric Trump's Hillary Clinton ran on Fox. Like, dude, imagine being stuck in 2016. Like, it's been what, 6 years now? Like, that's one thing. Like, I will always find hilarious about like the right and right wingers. Like, they will always expect. They will always like just like whine about the most random stuff. Unlike something like Hillary Clinton. Like, she was a former presidential candidate, but like that was like again 6 years ago. It's over. Like, imagine being that, like having like someone like that live in your head rent free. I mean, that's pretty sad. I mean, again, and I've said before, she's not even my favorite presidential candidate. But I mean, like, regardless of who it is, like, dude, there's current policies going on right now. And even now, like with Biden, like I've said before, I've criticized Biden for not going far enough and doing more for his policies. I mean, again, it's good. It's affecting his poll numbers, so he should do more to help people. I hope he does. I really hope he does. Le Pen. I mean, that's your like basically the female version of Trump over in was it France? If I recall correctly. Let's see what's going on here. So I have Macron and then where's Le Pen? Oof. Let's see. Le Pen is down. Okay. I mean, Le Pen is like I said, she's literally just the French female version of Trump. She's trash. Her policies are horrible. And then you have Ben Shapiro, who's just like, dude, with Ben Shapiro is like every day on Facebook, just complaining about some random stuff. Like he'll complain about AOC's outfit. He literally did, by the way. He actually did complain about AOC's outfit. There we have with Florida and DeSantis with their new anti-gay law. Again, solidarity with any trans allies and gays, trans rights or human rights, all that stuff. That's actually something I almost forgot to mention. This Nina did in her stream because she was talking about it recently. Like kind of like some people are like trying to, or like a bit hesitant to come out, especially in front of their family. And she just flat out said like like Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and I think that's so awesome. Like, because I love it. Like I love when a VTuber, or even just a YouTuber in general, is just like honest about what they think. Like, I'd rather you be, at least personally, I really appreciate it when someone's like honest about who they are, instead of like just being vague and leaving it up into interpretation. because then at least then you know like what they think and stuff. And I think there's something nice about just being honest and about your beliefs and stuff. Like I mean, you only live once. Are you why don't be afraid of what people think about you. Like just be honest about what you think. I don't think you should be afraid of that. I think that's something like especially like in quiet. Nina does a really great job at that. Just doing whatever she wants. And just having fun with it and like being honest about what she thinks. Nami again, as I've said countless times before, she does a really great job at that. Like even recently, voice crack. She made available like all of the unarchived karaoke's that before, like for membership. Like I've been watching like YouTubers for like I think years now, and I can't recall the last time like a VTuber or even YouTuber in general made their former like karaoke like just available like that formerly was unarchived and like eventually like deleted because because copyright and such. Like she made it available for members. I think that's so cool. I think that's awesome because like the usual thing to do when it comes to copyrighted suits and stuff is just to not risk it and stuff, and that's understandable. That's absolutely understandable. But so when someone actually like goes against that and actually like does something like that, I think that's so cool. I can't think of another VTuber, not one that I watch at least. I can't think of another VTuber who does it for her members or for her subs, and I think that's awesome. That's why Nami's one of my favorites. That's like she's amazing. And again, like I said, she's the reason I'm back to doing this. She's the only reason I'm back to making videos and streaming again. It's because I was in just a giant creative rut for like the past 2+ years, and just by watching like in her streams, and she inspired me to kind of get back at this. So yeah, I think it's great when someone like just does what they want, is honest about what they believe in. What the heck is this? What am I looking at? Stop! Don't do that! Don't show me that Twitter. What are you doing? Don't show me that Twitter. What are you doing? My goodness! Like especially on YouTube, YouTube really wants to push Ben Shapiro's sister, who's going like for the whole trad wife edge, but then ends up just being denied by the more far right stuff. Because she isn't willing to go far enough. We actually saw that with Ben Shapiro too. I'll talk about that. I want to finish my bit of how I was saying. Like, yeah, I love when a VTuber is very honest about what they think. Is not afraid to like just do what they want, and just being themselves. I think that's wonderful. Not even just VTubers, but YouTubers in general. That's why I really like Nina. That's why I really like Nami. That's why Kwai is some of my favorite VTubers because they do what they want and they're very honest about what they think. And I think that's wonderful. That's part of why I like to talk about news and stuff because I don't want to be afraid about what I think. If you're gonna watch me, then just it's fine. Know what I believe in. If you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. Simple. Again, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just glad I'm finally back to doing this because it's been so long. But yeah, like I said, I love when content creators are just honest about what they think. I think that's great. So when like Nina just flat out saying like Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, I think that's amazing. That's amazing. That's so awesome because I've mentioned it before. There's a lot of times, and I don't like blame people or anything for that. But there are a lot of times where people will like be hesitant just to be honest about what they think. And just I don't think there's anything to be shy or afraid of. If people don't like you, then they don't like you. You're not going to convince them otherwise. But I don't think there's anything wrong with just being honest about your thoughts and your takes on stuff or your beliefs. So I think that was really great, and I just wanted to mention that because I was coming across this while keeping up with the news. This is Ben Shapiro. Dude literally supported Trump, who like actually had like the military and like the police just go on protesters, and just, as we saw like over the past year and such. Let's see what else. And make sure you never transfer making a point. I mean, yeah. The last time he trended, I think, what was it? Because he got dunked on by like what was it, a 7-year-old, when he was trying to like convince people that taxes were good, and the kid was like, taxes are like good, like for like roads and bridges and stuff, for like infrastructure and stuff. And then like Benji goes, no, like taxes are bad. Taxes are bad, and then the kid just dunks on it. It's hilarious. It's such a good clip. Oh yeah, School. School is great. Definitely check him out. He's great. But yeah, I'm not gonna like take seriously like what people like Ben Shapiro like complain about. Like again, they literally supported Trump, who's like done like just atrocious stuff for the past several years in the past. Like even though they love to want to keep up their image. Though, oh, I'm conservative, but I'm just anti-Trump. Like I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're still supporting him, and it's like it's horrible policies and such. So yeah, that's just like Ben Shapiro just getting angry at like something on Twitter. So let's see what else we got. Vanity Fair. Former President. Oh wow, we just actually talking about Clinton. Just with the recent court filing of Trump-appointed Special Counsel John Durham. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. You have Tom Cotton. You have sports, I guess. I mean, I've said before, I don't really watch sports. If you watch sports, good for you. I wish you the best. I don't really give up with sports, to be honest. Geraldo. Oh, Fox. Reaffirms his opposition to the Conan truckers' protests during the Tuesday appearance. I mean, yeah. I mean, no way, dude. Like, it's Fox. Like, Fox is literally like just trying to support them. Even like Tucker, like just trying to just excuse after excuse for the truckers there. Some of them literally have like Nazi memorabilia, when they're protesting and such. What else we got? Epcot. Hang on, let me see this for a bit. Give me one moment. There we go. What's the thing? Some draw comparisons between Epcot and Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and the company's new plans to develop residential communities. I mean, like, dude, isn't COVID like still going rampant in there? Like DeSantis is just like not doing enough to help people there. Conan. Conan is a name? I didn't know that. Oh, that reminds me, Conan. I almost forgot to mention Conan. I'm going to mention that in a bit. Let me just go through this. But yeah, as I was saying, I've actually been like binging on the Conan movies lately, and they're pretty good. I'm actually enjoying them a lot because I was hesitant to watch Conan mainly because like of the anime and like the fact there's like what now I think over 1,000 episodes. If I keep mistaking it with another anime. But I really enjoy the movies. Like I watched 4, 5, 6, and 7. I just watched 10 today, which was the Requiem one, if I recall correctly, the Detective Requiem. And that one was actually really good. That one actually pretty solid. 7 was kind of okay. 4, 5, and 6 were really great in my opinion. I love Baker Street. Baker Street was amazing. In part because it kind of had like kind of isekai elements. If anything, kind of like SEO. I know a lot of people don't like SEO, especially like the first season, which again I don't blame them. For me, I loved Alicization. I thought that was pretty much the best iteration of SEO up to this point, alongside Gun Gale Online Alternative. Sorry for the star there. Some more water. Let's see some more Prime news. And then let me see. Oh yeah, and here we have some stuff with the news, with the Ukraine stuff, which it kind of. Here we go. Oh yeah, Russian video shows tanks leaving annexed Crimea, but NATO and the U.S. are disputing the claim. Again, we'll kind of see where that goes from there. It's not okay to attack young writers for their age. That's from Teen Vogue. Let's see what else again. Chris Cuomo faced assault. Oh wait, hang on. Chris Cuomo faced assault allegation before CNN departure. Oh, I mean, dude's no longer at CNN, so I mean, he's kind of. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but with him and his brother. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll keep track of him somehow with this news. We'll see what happens. But yeah, dude is he probably shouldn't have done that stuff, you know. I mean, again, he's. I mean, what else there is to say, dude? He's no longer CNN. Yeah. Oh, what happens happens afterwards with this. And I wish the victims are the best. That kind of stuff. What am I missing? Okay, yeah, didn't he was trying to find dirt, I think, or something like that on some of the girls, if I recall correctly. Or literally just trying to do all that, some really shady stuff. Even if it was to help his brother, he was very much not being forward with it. And of course, there's always the conflict of interest with his brother being a politician and him being a news anchor. So I mean, even then, again, that shouldn't have been the case to begin with. That shouldn't have been it's a whole mess, man. It's a whole mess. It's just a whole mess. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Sonic, not only with the second movie, which I am gonna watch, because oh gosh, I'm not even joking. The Sonic movie actually was the last movie I saw in theaters. I've watched other movies that I'll just watch like when they release it like online, the online versions. But in theaters, in part because of COVID, because I don't really want to like. At least for me personally, I don't really want to be like in a crowded area, like in a theater, like not just yet. I mean, like I said, I've been vaccinated, I have the booster and everything, but I'd rather like not be in that kind of crowded area right now. So like the last time I saw a movie in theaters was pretty much the Sonic movie. So that's its own thing. But yeah, not only are we getting the second movie with Knuckles, I believe I heard from some news that like there's a third movie already confirmed, as well as a Knuckles spin-off with Idris Elba, I think, if I recall correctly. Maybe it'll pop up here, but I know I saw it. I saw it on my feed earlier, which is, I mean, like I'm pretty sure the second movie isn't even out yet, like not for a few months, I mean, I'm happy for those involved. Like I'm glad like it seems to be going well for them, but still, it's crazy that all that happened like, just so fast. Like already a third movie on the way. Like it just kind of blows my mind. Robert Pattinson opened up about shooting his first scene with Zoe. Robert Pattinson's actually a really good actor. I know some people like try to dunk on him for with Twilight, and even then like that was still like fun to watch in my opinion. But yeah. Oh yeah, so I did want to mention. Let me see. Let me close this first. Yeah, because as I mentioned, I was watching the Conan movies and I'm really enjoying them. I'm trying to figure out what to watch next now that I finished 10. I might check out the more recent ones next, but I've really been enjoying them. And I might actually try to watch the anime, which, oh my gosh, I could not have imagined even thinking about. Like, I would imagine I have to mainly watch the plot episodes. There's like so many. Like, let me check. Case closed, Conan, number of episodes. How many episodes? Let's see. 988. There's 988 episodes of Conan. Oh, wow, it's almost at 1,000. Good for them. And I believe there's a movie that came out last year. I may watch that one next. So I don't know if I'm gonna start watching the anime, like maybe even if just the plot episodes. I mean, dude, 988. Oh my gosh, like that's intimidating, no matter what. And even then, like with like One Piece and such, as I mentioned before. But I might, I might just give it a shot. Because I think it was like Lua who mentioned it in one of her Genshin streams, and I decided to watch the first episode. The movie she mentioned was 4 to 6, and I think 4 to 7, I think 10, if I recall correctly. And I watched 4, and I actually really loved it. I watched 5, and it was amazing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying them. I'm gonna keep watching them. They're great. And if you've never watched the anime, at least I would definitely recommend checking out those movies. 4 through 6, I think 7 is 4 through 7, and then 10, I believe is what she said. Because at least from what I watched, it was pretty solid. 7 is definitely the weaker one of the one I've seen so far, but I really liked Baker Street. I really liked 10, Requiem. They're overall pretty solid movies. And it does a good job of introducing it for people who are just like new to it. Like I've never watched Conan at all. Like even like some clips, barely anything. But when I finished watching 4, it was overall a pretty good experience for someone who just was never exposed to that. All right, let me continue on with the news here. Hopefully this isn't too slow though. Here we go. Ouch. Hang on, let me just see that. I actually have some gummy Coca-Colas. Which I love these. These are some of my favorite gummies, favorite candies in general. I would always get them when me and my dad, when I was super little, we would go to Blockbuster and we would get like a movie there. They always had these and they're so good. They're really good. Definitely recommend them if you've never had them. Yeah. What else we got? Yours says Russia increased troop presence in Ukraine. A larger buildup in recent days comes despite claims from Moscow where it was pulling back some troops. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see like where that goes. Binary Dutch Trump's attempt to shield White House visitor logs from January 6th. Another story about a 4-year-old. Prince Andrew. Oh, I remember that one interview that he did upload, I think. That was brutal. Stunning first image from NASA offers historic look at exploring star. That actually looks kind of cool. Okay. Anything else I want to say? Here's why Democrats' chances of winning November are slipping. I mean, again, dude, it's the midterms. Usually, the party out of power will get some gains on it. But even then, like I said, I mean, I want them. I mean, the Republicans are literally like they enabled Trump, who just like did this like just horrible policies, enabled fascists and Nazis to grow, especially like with Charlottesville and stuff. And Biden has a chance to actually like do well. Like he can actually push for his policies and help people, and actually help get some gains. But he hasn't really done much, and so it's not as like I said, it's not exactly surprising. that his poll numbers have gone down. Sorry. I think that's different now. I'm trying to see. Let me close this, CNN, close that. What is there to look forward to? Love or Kill. I actually heard good things about this. I kind of want to check this out. Police and Pod, yes. World of Leedale and Orient, as well as Life in the Ordinary Guy Reincarnated, and she professed herself People of the Wise Man. Sorry for the stutter there. Then, of course, we have Ranking of Kings. Again, super good. The next episode of Arifureta comes out tomorrow, so I'll probably, if I don't mention that in tomorrow's stream, then it'll be the day after, probably. We'll see. Platinum End, again, really enjoying it. I love Platinum End. It's such a great anime. Definitely recommend it if you've never watched it. Let me just check this here for a second. Okay, so I thought I got like a notification or something. Alright, there we go. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, before I forget, there's actually some, not even just with the anime, but it's Attack on Titan news in terms of the game. Or sorry, there's a gaming with Warzone. Apparently, they're giving us more bundles. Like I saw one with like is like Reiner in the Armored Titan. Like it actually looks like the Armored Titan. You can play as him as the Armored Titan in Warzone. I think that's so cool. I think that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna get it. It looks amazing. I love it. I love these collabs. They're hilarious. I love it. I'm definitely gonna get it. I mean, even then, like Warzone is like one of the only games that I play, so I might as well, might as well have fun with it. Okay, it's close. Oh yeah, so this was the one I think is the most recent one that came out. 24, the Scarlet Bullet, I believe is what it's called. I haven't seen anything of it. Like I said, that's the most recent movie that came out, so I would be going into it blind. But hopefully it's good. I think I'll probably check it out later today or tomorrow, probably. Just because I already watched 10 today. So yeah, I think that'll be it. And anything else? I don't think so. Oh yeah, Yami Shibai, episode 6. Check it out. Again, good show. Then we have Prince of Connect, also good. This season is actually not that bad. Winter 2021, I still believe is probably my favorite season in recent years, which surpassed Winter 2018. God, that season was so good. But yeah, this season is actually pretty solid in my opinion. I know some people don't really keep up with everything, or then even don't watch everything that airs. But yeah, definitely recommend you if you're watching this anything in particular you like, in particular that piques your interest, definitely check it out. A lot of great anime season in my opinion. So I think that'll be it. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to mention, because we're almost at the 50-minute mark, if I'm looking at that right. Let me close this. Let me close this. I should close that later. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else I really want to mention, right? Oh my gosh, how the heck did I forget this? Oh my gosh. How did I almost forget this? There was Valentine's Day recently. And I actually was able to, I was actually able to finish some of the projects that I was working on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can put it here. Oh yeah. So I was doing for like Valentine's Day. I tried to do it. I tried to do some like drawings, and I hope you liked it. I did some drawings for Lua, and then I did because man, I suck at drawing. I want to try to do digital art. I really want to try to do digital art. I've done like maybe like doodles and stuff, but in terms of like an actual attempt to actually like draw it, like with digital art, I've never really like done that before. So I want to try that. Maybe I'll do that for White Day. I think I'll probably do that for White Day. I did a drawing, but yeah, I did stuff like that for Lua. I did like a video thing for Nami because there was like a bit. I shouldn't be that much an issue for copyright. I'm gonna open it in a bit. But I did also do a drawing for like a Ruru because I kind of want. My goodness, man, I hope she's okay. I do hope we actually get to see her when I return soon. Because Ruru is great. Ruru's actually like really good. She's great and quiet, and I hope she's doing okay. But this was like, I don't want to include the audio with this. I'm gonna have to pause it when it goes here. Let me see if we can pull it up. There you go. Because I don't know. Wait. Oh gosh. Wait. Okay, there you go. Because I did not want the Basically what I did was like the whole like boyfriend bit, the song "Boyfriend" from Big Time Rush, which like Big Time Rush is like the only boy band that I ever actually like watched or kept up with it. The show was actually really fun. The show was really fun. It had Snoop Dogg in it, which was insane for that time. But I actually really loved the show, and the songs were actually pretty fun. So basically, like she did like the karaoke thing, like she mentioned like Leona being an ongoing bit. So I literally just did like it was one of the I almost forgot this was a thing because this was from one of the episodes, and I literally just I did a edit where it's all like kind of the ongoing characters in like the game she plays, with boyfriend playing in the background. And it actually worked like surprisingly well. Like I was even able to add Sesshomaru and Inuyasha, which I'm glad it kind of worked out so well. Because I almost forgot this existed. I did not know where is it. Where is it? I'm gonna try to open it. Just give me 1 second. I remember watching the show, so I kind of why can't I talk? Briefly, sorry. I briefly remember this, but there's apparently Patchy the Pirate is in this from SpongeBob, and I completely forgot about this. So this was one of my favorite parts where I actually just added SpongeBob and Patrick and like their own like little drawing here. And, like they're all just dancing. I thought that was really fun. And like, but yeah, I remember watching this like vaguely because it happened like of course years ago. But I completely forgot Patrick the Pirate was in this. So that was just such a pleasant surprise. I didn't even know he was in there. So that was just such a pleasant surprise to actually find out that was actually in there. That just worked out so well, and I'm so thankful it turned out so well. Then, as I mentioned, kind of did like these drawings for low, which man, I really want to get better in drawing, and I'm gonna try to do a digital art. I guess that's what you would call it for when White Time comes around. I'll try to at least. But basically, I'm just trying to incorporate like some of like the anime that she's mentioned in the past, like a Castle in the Sky, Conan with the Baker Street. It's such a good movie. Definitely check out Baker Street. The Detective Conan movie is actually really good. And Conan himself, like I said, has been pretty solid so far. There's The Girl Who Left to Chime, that movie. Then Your Name, which I try to make a contrast between Lua and Dracula. But yeah, I really wanna. I'm gonna try to do more digital art for like when next time comes around. But yeah, I hope they liked it because I mean it was really great. There was a lot of really nice art that people did. So I kind of wanted to, I guess, make my own art as well. But those are really the girls. They actually did they released like I think it was like a cooking art thing with like aprons and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I suck at drawing, but I definitely wanted to try it. So hopefully I'll try to do a better one next time. Because I'm just not good at art. And then when I see like other people, like especially on Twitter, like there's art that looks so good. I wish I could draw like that. But just gotta keep trying, keep practicing and stuff. Anything else I want to mention? I don't think so. I think that's about it. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's right, Detective Conan is here. Oh. Oh, wow, they're already in episode 1037. Whiteout. Oh, so that's the most recent one, which aired, I guess, about 2 weeks ago. Maybe they're on break or something. I don't know. All right. But yeah, I think I might actually watch the anime. I might. Oh my gosh, I have to actually scroll it. Oh my goodness, what the heck, dude? The scroll is so long. So the first episode is the roller coaster murder case. I might actually check it out. I might actually watch even if it's just the plot episodes, the major plot episode. I might actually watch it because I mean I've never watched it, and I'll be honest. I was initially just intimidated by how many episodes there were. But after initially watching the movies, it actually seems pretty interesting, and I might actually watch these. I'll see how far I go. I'll see how far I go because this is a lot. No matter how you look at it, is a lot. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to cover all that because I've been really enjoying it. The movies have been great. If the anime is anything like it, I'm probably going to enjoy that too. And if anyone happens to be watching, definitely check out the movies because they're great. So I think I'll leave that as it is. Let me close this. I think that's about it. Hang on. Oh no, is there lag? Wait, is there lag? Oh gosh, hopefully there's no lag. Oh no. We'll see. Alright, actually, you know what? Before things get like worse, there might be lag. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that afterwards in post. So I think I'll just leave it at that. Thank you all for, if you happen to be tuning in or you happen to stop by, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow. We actually almost made it to the 1 hour mark, so that's pretty solid. Just getting back at it. Anything else I should mention? I don't think so. Yeah, so I'll try to stream again tomorrow. Thanks for anyone happy to stop by. Take care. Have a good day. Best wishes, and peace.